Yep, I screwed up. Hey guys, it's Dave. Welcome back to 40k at 42. I have not been keeping up with my schedule. You could say I've overbought a little bit. I probably don't need this many things for this tournament. Um, yeah, there's no going back. It's July 29th, and the tournament is on the 14th of August, so that's just over 2 weeks. So yeah, I like honestly don't know how I'm going to be tournament ready. I was hoping to do a whole bunch of units and squads this past week since my last update, which was about a week ago, right before the MFM data slate update thing. I didn't get a chance to do all the stuff that I wanted to do, admittedly. I have a second channel going, which is about World of Warcraft Classic. That channel kind of blew up a little bit this past week. I had a big streamer cover one of my videos, and I've just kind of been scrambling to try to have a follow-up video. This has kind of been impacted a little bit, you know. I did try to do a little bit of painting in between recording and stuff like that. It turned out pretty good. I wanted to show you guys that. So I used a stick to do a whole bunch of spraying and stuff like that. This is just hot glued on. Working on this tank, just a Dark Angels Vindicator. I think it turned out pretty good. I do like the kind of green that I was able to get, and I did a bit of dry brushing. I switched it up a little bit into something, you know, everybody knows this as slap chop, whatever. But instead of just doing the Zenithal white from above with the black base, you know, below it, I did that, but very lightly. And then also I went heavy with a white dry brush. So just to pop all the edges off. I find the contrast paints are really hit and miss, especially on these wide flat areas. I use the sponge with contrast paints and just a little bit of it sort of mixed with a bit of this white base. I don't know. I think I got a real smooth gradient on some of the more flat areas, which is cool. Super happy with this. I feel like I could just ink this. It's pretty much ready, I think. At least I hope so. It is a Games Workshop tournament, this grand tournament I'm going to in Wales, in Newport. So hopefully they're not too, I don't know, hopefully they're not too crazy about how battle ready everybody's army is. Don't know if I want a Vindicator. It might be nice. I actually kind of wish this was a Whirlwind now. I know that's maybe a weird thing to say because Vindicators tend to be pretty good. But I'm kind of seeing a benefit to indirect fire, especially with the battle shock thing. I think I like battle shock. This is also, I haven't played a game yet. I really should say that. So this is, in theory, I think I like battle shock. So I'm really behind. I've got 2 weeks, but I'm going. I bought all my tickets. I have my hotel booked. Everything's ready to go. I just need an army to bring. And you know, I've really been struggling to make a list. I was struggling to make a list even before the data slate update. I was looking at all these units that people include in their armies and top lists and trying to reverse engineer why certain combinations of units or stratagems or enhancements, you know, all these upgrades and stuff. What is it about the combination that makes something good? A lot of Warhammer 40k 11th edition and I guess 10th edition, it's a lot about stacking these ability keywords. So if something has devastating wounds, you want reroll on wounds to be able to trigger more of the devastating wounds and stuff like that. You know, lethal plus sustain is really good. I guess that's why the Sternguard Librarius combo was everybody was including it. Funny enough, I was really hoping to do the Sternguard thing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but these are four Sternguard boxes that are, I don't know, not useless now with the data slate changes, but they've definitely been impacted. They got the nerf bat pretty bad. What I was looking at was that I was looking at this Azrael. I don't know. I think I tried to say this on my last video, but Azrael is awesome and also gives a unit sustain. I mean, he also gives a unit is it Feel No Pain? Invuln? I think Invuln. You can almost get the same output efficiency out of a second big Sternguard unit like the Librarius Conclave Fusillade combo, but with just using Azrael. And I think that is kind of interesting. I was looking to run 2 big Sternguard bricks, super optimized for shooting, and then run 2 Deathwing Knights bricks, and then have them really on the objectives, hard to kill, and then lots of good shooting in the wings. I can still kind of do that, but I think Sternguards are not the play anymore. Hellblasters are really efficient. Funny enough, Intercessors just do super well. And then Inner Circle Champions, but I kind of like Inner Circle Champions separately. I don't know if they need Azrael in them, you know? He does give them some kind of survivability. I guess there's that aspect, but I don't have them. Even though I bought a whole bunch of stuff, there's still some units I don't have that I wish I had. I wish I had Eliminators. I wish I had Reavers. Reverse engineering the orc list again, you know, the one that won in Tacoma. I don't know if a lot of people can actually take down those whole units of boys before you can get just run over. If you are able to take out the pain boys, that could be a way to just remove some of the toughness out of those units. The Reavers kind of play where you just like make this murder brick of, 5 or 10 or something like that, and you just like throw it at squads where you need a character dead. I'm not going to paint all of this. This is not all coming with me to the tournament. I do need to decide what the list is. Definitely Dark Angels. Dark Angels have really kind of taken my heart the last couple of weeks. I'm really into it. Infiltrators are going for sure. Dreadnoughts, I've assembled 2, but this was more of like a paint test. So I don't know if I actually want to like run the Dreadnoughts anymore. The Brutalis Dreadnoughts, also, I don't know if it's even the best option. I feel like the Redemptors would be the ones I would want to run. So if I did bring Dreadnoughts, I kind of have to like assemble from the beginning. But these guys are cute. They're kind of fun just to have. I like the Captain a lot. I like the Captain a lot because the redeploy, like he gets this redeploy 3 units. It just gives me options if I've like deployed really poorly, especially as a new player. Then I can kind of see what's happened and be like, oh, I don't really like that. And then like pick up and move some units, maybe be more defensive or something. I was looking at like Vanguard Spearhead. You can give him Lone Op. So he's almost like a poor man's, combi lieutenant. You don't care if he dies because you kind of got a lot of value out of the redeploy stuff anyways. But they also did jank the price up on the lieutenant. So for an action monkey that you don't care if it dies, that gives you redeploy flexibility, I feel like he's way more affordable and a better take than trying to still take the combi lieutenant. Well, I bought a gladiator, so I don't know if it has to be a lancer necessarily. I think this could be like a reaper. I saw there was this crazy Space Wolves list that's pretty much just all Terminators and a Dreadnought. So being able to put out like, toughness 5, 2 to 3 wound output, I think that's going to be really important. So I'm kind of thinking with that in mind. It's like, I think hordes will still be around. I think being able to get a character out is really important. Elite infantry to me seems important, and being able to battle shock on command I think is also really important. Speaking of which, so battle shock on command and being impervious to battle shock or having a way to get back from battle shock. No, I think the detachments I want to run, this is a weird one. I think I want to run potentially Unforgiven Task Force from Dark Angels in combination with the new Vengeful Host detachment. The cool thing about the Vengeful Host detachment is that I could just run a couple infantry or elite murder bricks in the form of like the assault jump pack infantry assault intercessors with jump packs. We got there. So yeah, I have 2 of those by chance, and I also bought, and I have some captains with jump packs too, which is kind of cool. I think I wish they were lieutenants because the lieutenants give lethal, and I think that that's kind of nice on them. I don't know if it's necessary, but it would be nice. Or maybe the captains are better. So yeah, there's some options. I also have Inceptors, which seem cool. They got a points reduction on the last data slate. The fly infantry bonuses, I think I'm down for the Vengeful Hosts more than I'm down for the Librarious Conclave. I like the battle shock options and some of the upgrades there. The Orc's Bane thing is just crazy. But I also do like that aura that gives the battle shock thing. Some of the stratagems there are pretty cool. You can like unbattle shock a unit on command. I don't know if Unforgiven is the best one for that. I think that would be good if I paired it with something else like Orbital Assault. Yeah, I think like between all the units that I have that could deep strike, and then Orbital, and then maybe giving a couple additional units deep strike, plus Vengeful Hosts, where things are like coming in from the ingress moves anyways, and then they get all their fly infantry bonuses. I think the Assault Intercessors could really be champions in that list. And then, yeah, Inceptors for sort of like spot removal. I really want the Reavers at that point. I've been really drawn to this like Orbital Vengeful Host list. I just need to figure out what's in it. I just don't know if I'm like kind of missing something. The other thing too is I don't actually have a Lion, and I don't know if I would be able to get one in time. He's got deep strike and they give him mobile and stuff and a points reduction. I do have Gilliman. Gilliman might become sacrificial and turn into a Lion. I don't know if I have time to be like modding units, especially a big unit like Gilliman. But it'd be nice to run the Lion. I think it would slot in super nicely with that because I can just kind of put him wherever. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I feel pretty screwed. I think I'm going to, I think I just have to do those knights, the knights units. I really want to run them. So I got to put those together. That's got to happen in the next couple of days. Assault Intercessors, I think I want to run for sure. Asriel's going in for sure. Belial, I really like in one of the Deathwing Knight units. Or maybe no leader. Maybe save on some leader points. I think that's a trap, right? I've felt this so far. I want to put leaders in units. I want to put all these leaders and support characters in units to make it feel like the best unit. But then that just eats up so many points so quickly that like I feel like when I put some of these lists together, there's only like 6 to 7 activations worth of units, which seems like probably that's a bad idea, especially against like Purge or some of these other armies that are just looking to table me. So I don't know. I think maybe more activations would be good. Maybe something like 12 to 13. I'm not really sure, but we've got 2 weeks and I'm committed to it. I'm going to make it happen. I promise. The next update, if I don't have models painted, you need to somehow start holding me accountable, because this is getting crazy. I need to have more models painted at that point, or this is just like looking super unlikely. Okay, guys, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed the update. See you soon. Okay, bye.